Hello, I'm glad you've joined us this week to spend some time learning, reflecting, and listening, all centered around the words of Christ. I want to uplift the work of some of our youngest musicians at OSL today. We're going to wind back the clock and listen to Joyful Noize share some of Jesus' words regarding love, as well as the song Love Never Fails, based on the popular 1 Corinthians text which goes, "Love never fails. But as for prophecies, they will come to an end. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will come to an end." I'd like to contrast Paul's words on love that we just heard with Jesus' parable of the sower, which we will hear as the gospel text this Sunday. It goes a little like this. A sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell on the path, and the birds came and ate them up. Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil, and they sprang up quickly, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched. Since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seeds fell on good soil, and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Let anyone with ears listen. Then, Jesus launches into a lengthy explanation of what each of the scenarios represents. Most importantly, he says this about the seeds that fall on good soil. This is the one who hears the words and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and yields, in one case 100-fold, in another 60, and in another 30. So what? We want to be the people that hear the word and understand, right? But I suspect we're all a little weary of claiming that we understand the Bible 100%. I know I am. And if that were the case, we wouldn't be here trying to unpack the meaning from our texts with the help of music. I'm very thankful to Joyful Noize for reminding me of this 1 Corinthians text this week. And it also brought to mind a podcast series I recently listened to. It's titled The Way of Love, and it's by Bishop Michael Curry of the Episcopal Church. Without sounding too much like a 10-step program to a better faith, The Way of Love discusses practices to live out in our daily lives that can deepen our connection to God and connection to our community. Calling it The Way of Love highlights my final point. We can be the seed sown in good soil. It is not an impossible task. There is lots of hard work involved, but I think the best place to start is love. Live your life in love. Respond to everything you can in your daily life with love. And remember that Paul defines love as love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. If we can practice this in our daily lives, it might just lay out the fertile soil to hear God's words for us with love. I know I don't respond to every day with love, but if there's one thing that music has taught me, the more I practice, the easier it gets. Let's let Joyful Noize remind us of that today.